Well, hello, everybody. How is it going? We are here today to talk about, ghosts and stuff. Who's afraid of ghosts? Who gets really creeped out and is like, "Oh my God, I don't want to know about this stuff." And yet, somewhere there's this curiosity. There's um there's a whole other world out there that is unseen and unheard, and yet many of us see stuff and many of us hear stuff. We just think we're crazy. And so we don't want to know about it because then maybe it makes us a little less crazy. But you're actually not crazy. You're actually very aware. And instead of resisting that awareness, if we if we actually turn toward it and had some tools to make it easier, it would create so much peace and ease in your world. Is that something that you're interested in? Or would you like to keep holding it at bay? Hopefully, you have a little bit of curiosity, more curiosity than fear, put it that way. Um, and hello, Gaurav. Thanks for saying hi. Um, and please feel free to post something in the comments and we'll see where we're going to go. Today, I'm going to share 3 tips to help you move beyond the fear. But I wanted to start with a little section, tiny section of the Talk to the Entities book that Shannon O'Hara wrote. She created Talk to the Entities, the specialty class in Access Consciousness. Started with the tiny bit of information that was in the Access Foundation class and took it and ran with it. And it's like, oh my gosh, she's created this whole curriculum that helps empower you to use these tools and build your awareness in a way that pretty much nothing else can. And there's all kinds of stuff about clearing the fear, which we usually do in the intro. But I'm going to share this little bit with you. So she says on page 101 of her book, brainwashing comes from movies, TV, other media, family members, friends, and religion. If you believe what you see in scary movies about entities, do you also believe in Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny? Do you get my point? The only problem with entities is due to the unconsciousness that people project on the whole situation. Become more conscious and the entities will follow. And that's one of the things that's super cool about the Talk to the Entities curriculum is it's not just becoming okay with what you're aware of and learning how to communicate, but it's also you get to facilitate consciousness. You get to actually empower the spirits who are stuck or think that they have to continue doing some job or whatever, and they don't even know that their body is gone. Like some people are that unaware. So it's kind of cool that you get to facilitate consciousness with this. Let's see if there's anything else I wanted to say. If you truly wish to be more aware, communicating with entities is an excellent way to achieve this. Communicating with entities is like any other exercise. If you're out of shape, it can be uncomfortable and difficult at first, but the more you do it, the easier it gets. It will be greater and greater contribution to your life, like any other health enhancing exercise. And this is so true. The more I have worked out these muscles of awareness, it's made everything else in my life so much easier. So let's see. Hi, Maria. What's beneath our fear of entities? Well, we're going to get to that. Thank you. So, the first tool or tip that I want to share about the fear of entities is asking the question, who does it belong to? Is it really yours? And when you ask that, if it shifts at all, if it goes, pause, or it comes down in intensity, perhaps it's not yours. Perhaps it's other people. Many of us, when we were younger, we were able to communicate with fairies, earth spirits, other entities, teammates, ancestors. A lot of us had invisible friends and things like that. A lot of us hear our plants talking to us, or our keys, or our phone. Like if you leave the house without your phone, don't you hear your phone go, hello, you left me on the kitchen table, So these are all entities, and songs are entities. Do you ever get songs stuck in your head? Is that scary? No, but it is an entity. And so when we acknowledge, oh, wow, who does this fear belong to anyway? And if it lightens up at all, it's not yours. So just acknowledge how much you are aware of other people's fear, other people projecting fear about something that they don't want to know about, that you know about, and everything that is, and everywhere you made that yours, will you destroy and uncreate it and return it to sender? Or right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. There's a lot of that, a lot of misidentification that it's yours. So cool. Now you can be like, wow, I'm not actually afraid. There's a guide's sort of voice that keeps connected with me and guides me, and it gives me correct answers. Sometimes it gets too difficult. This is a good question. You have to ask, what is this? Is it you? Is it your teammates? Is it a trickster entity? Is it like, what is this? And this is the thing, when it's not you, you don't speak to yourself in third person. So if somebody's telling you in your head, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, that's not you. So you have to ask the question, who are you? And if it's light for you, listen. If it's not light, you can clear it and ask other questions. But this is part of building the muscle of your awareness. Every time you dismiss or turn away or go against your own awareness, you weaken the muscle. And every time you acknowledge your awareness, even if you chose the opposite, if you acknowledge you were aware, it totally changes and it builds your awareness. And like, go to the gym, work out so that you can climb up that mountain instead of lying in bed, sitting on the sofa, doing nothing, and then going for a big long hike. Like, that's going to be hard. What are you choosing? Acknowledging is not difficult, but it does take presence, and building that muscle of being present and asking questions is a challenge in its own way. So let's see. Tip number 2. If you get that sense of being afraid of entities, is it possible that you are misidentifying that fear, and that it's actually excitement? Because many times people have misidentified excitement as fear. So everywhere that you have those two mixed up, are you actually ever really afraid of anything anyway? Or are you really excited and you're hiding it? So let's destroy and uncreate all of that. Right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. What does Gary say? Gary, the founder of Access, he says, the way to find out if you truly have fear is to look at when you're in an emergency situation. Do you freak out and fall apart? Or do you get calm, cool, and collected and handle it? So if you get calm, cool, and collected and handle it, you have no fear. Most of the time, people who think that they have fear, they're thinking of something in the future, they're projecting all kinds of stuff out. They're not actually in the moment of whatever it is. When you're in the moment of, like, let's say there's some entity hanging out and trying to get your attention and you think it's fear, that's most likely excitement of a possibility. And if you turn toward it instead of away from it, you'll be amazed at what shows up. So let's move on to tool number 3. Fear is also a distractor implant. So before in the comments when Maria was saying what's underneath, what did she say? Gotta find it. I don't know, I can't find it. But anyway, what's underneath the fear? When you're in a distractor implant, all you have to do is pock and pod the distractor implant, right, wrong, good, bad, pod, poc, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds, and ask what's underneath it. What is beneath the fear of entities? Could it be possible that you have awareness, that you actually see things out of the corner of your eye and they are actually entities? Could it be possible that you're getting information from somebody who wants to share some gold with you or something else? So hot and pock the distractor implant of fear when it comes up and ask what's underneath it. Fear is always hiding a potency. What if you are far more potent than you've ever given yourself credit for? What if you have an ability with entities? What if we all do? And we're stopping ourselves with this thing that we call fear. Everything that is, everywhere we've chosen that, everywhere other people are choosing it, and so we feel like we must, let's destroy and uncreate it. Right and wrong, good and bad, pot and pock, all nine shorts, boys, povads, and beyonds. Now, when you go down a dark alley and you feel creeped out, that is not fear. That is an awareness. So everywhere you're misidentifying your awareness and calling it fear, creeped out or, feeling, could be an awareness of something. You have to start asking questions about it. You can't just go, I don't want to know about that. I mean, most of the time, when you're going down the dark alley, or it doesn't even have to be a dark alley, it could just be a house that's for sale, that's been on the market, and it's not selling. It's usually an entity in there. And if you feel that creepy feeling or you feel paranoid or something, you could ask some questions. You could ask, is there an entity here? And sometimes it's not trying to get you to leave, it's trying to give you some information. What if you could purchase a house that's not selling at a lower price because it's been on the market forever because there's an entity there, and then you clear the entity and then you put it back on the market and it sells at a higher price? Would you be willing to receive that kind of increase in your financial situation with that much ease? It is possible. The question is, are you willing to play with them and choose something like that? Does expanding also help in release entities? I'm not sure what you mean. Maybe write something else so I understand the question. Does anybody else have questions? Who's watching? Go ahead and put them in the chat. But let's see, I wanted to share some other things. So these are the tools. Who does it belong to? Am I misidentifying excitement as fear? And is this a distractor implant? By release, I mean clearing them. Does expanding? Well, expanding helps you be more of you. Sorry, somebody's texting me and it's coming in on my computer. So expanding you, the infinite being, helps you have more access to your perceiving, knowing, being, and receiving. Using the tools to clear entities, if you're continually using the tools, using the clearings, you eventually become the energy of the clearing. So you don't necessarily have to say the clearings all the time, although sometimes you might. So yes, maybe there is no answer to your question, but expanding you will facilitate you and whatever it is that you're doing or experiencing in the world. How's that? It's so interesting, this world of entities. It's right here with us. It's right here with us. And when we don't acknowledge it, we cut off a huge amount of our awareness. It doesn't mean that it has to take over. It's just, if you go to a party and nobody says hello to you in the whole party, how do you feel? So, what if we were to just start to peel that veil back a little bit and acknowledge that they are here in all forms? When I water my plants this morning, I used to water my plants on a calendar schedule. Like on Saturdays, I'm going to water my plants. And I don't know, time is weird and I forget what day it is. And then days go by and it's like, did I water them? Didn't I water them? So now I don't do that. I just ask them, do you need water? I say to the plant, do you need water? Do I have one? Oh, it's over there. And if it tells me yes, I water it. And if it says no, I'm good. I'm like, oh, okay. This is communicating with an entity. It doesn't have to be this big, scary ghost boo thing, and they're not out to get you. Although, there's all kinds. Just like there's people that are kind and quiet and unassuming, there's also loud, obnoxious people. And the whole gamut is available in entities as well. It's just like I guess your point of view will create what shows up for you. So if you can expand your awareness and your toolbox to deal with whatever situation is showing up, what are you going to attract? And how much ease are you asking for? That's what will be your experience. If you think it's just going to be a horrible nightmare, well, you might create that. Let's see. Do most entities desire to simply be acknowledged? Most, I don't have an answer to most, but a lot of the time that is the case. It's interesting when I take videos and pictures in the forest that a lot of times there's little nature spirits and lights and stuff caught on the camera. And I now know to acknowledge that they are nature spirits and fairies and things. And sometimes people go, "Oh no, that's a sun flare. That's just, the light hitting your screen or whatever." And like, wow, even them saying that feels so heavy. And let them have their point of view, but I acknowledge for me that they're there. And when I walk through a particular place in the redwoods near my home, it's like I love it. It is so magical. And I'm like, hello, 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 trees, hello, fairies, hello, nature spirits. And there's just this incredible peace that wells up when I acknowledge. So play with acknowledging what you know and perceive what you perceive. And it helps you build your muscle of awareness. There's no one right way to do this, but um, there is this really simple way to build your awareness, and all of these tools laid out for you to make it easy. To make it easy. You don't have to go to what do they call that when you boot camp? You don't have to go to boot camp and have your body hurt to build your awareness. The Talk to the Entities class is very spacious and very easy and very calming and very invigorating. And it's over a weekend. It starts at 10 in the morning and goes till 5, and we have a nice 2-hour lunch break. So it's spacious, because this is not about anything normal. This is weird and miraculous and awesome. So if this is a curiosity for you, I ask you to please not let fear get in the way. And the beginning of the class has so many clearings of all these different ways that we've locked fear into our subtle bodies, into our physical body. So even if you still have some fear, come to the intro and receive the clearings and see if that changes things for you. And if you're so inclined, choose the weekend workshop. It's going to be in Topanga Canyon. There's supposedly some beautiful trails there too. Maybe we can play with nature spirits. And what else is possible? Let's see. Oh, yes. Your son was happy when he realized that he could talk about the entities he sees. Yeah, it is cool when we don't make it this significant thing, when we make it like, oh yeah, what do you know? What do you see? And it's kind of interesting to get together with other people who have curiosity in this and hear how other people have different kinds of awarenesses. And you can actually become that too. What if getting together with people who have different abilities around this one subject, you could actually access more of your awareness by hearing what they know. And it opens up more of what you know. So it's exciting. It's fertile ground. And when you choose things like this, ask for the investment that you make to come back to you at least 10 times, and it will. So there you go. I think we're good. I hope to see you. If not for the weekend, come for the intro. Oh, and we're also having it translated into Spanish. So share with your friends who speak Spanish and come play. Okay, see you guys.